Hey friends, and welcome to the Unpolished and Pursuing podcast. This is a space where faith gets real and grace meets us in the mess. I'm Lexi, and here we talk about the life lessons, spiritual stumbles, and personal stories that shape our walk with God. This isn't about perfect answers. It's about honest faith and the beauty of still becoming. So take a breath, grab your coffee or your quiet, and let's journey together. So today I really want to talk about faith and failure because this is something that I struggle with as a Christian, especially as a new convert, where at times I become very embarrassed or ashamed and even upset at myself because I'm not following the rules of the laws of the Lord as I feel like that I should be. And so sometimes I have to correct myself and remember that the Lord doesn't want me to be ashamed of the things that I've done, because these things I can use as lessons. And if I don't use them as lessons, I'm really not sure what will happen afterwards, but typically it's not good. Cycling is not good. But one verse, which is John chapter 1, verse 9, I had to think about it. Verse 9, it says that when we confess our sins, that pretty much Jesus, he purifies us. He wipes it away, wipes away all that unrighteousness. It's crazy because there's a huge topic about the Carnival Cruises policy. Now, if y'all don't know about the Carnival Cruise hoopla that's been going on, which is super interesting, okay, especially as a Black person, what has really been going on is that there has been a lot of disruptions and fights and just unruly activity on Carnival Cruises. And I think that what they have done is that they must have lowered their prices, because their prices have always been pretty frugal. And they did that in the efforts in trying to attract a lot of people. But you also attract those people that may be lower income, may actually be a little bit more ghetto, a little bit more ratchet, if you get what I'm saying. That doesn't mean necessarily Black people. That just means that people that wouldn't necessarily be on a nice cruise. And so these policies just sound like regular rules that they probably should have been enforcing. And so there are some Black people that are saying that's crazy, that's racist. But then there's a whole slew of Black folk that are saying no, I don't think that I want people like that on this cruise either. I don't need you having a speaker when there's music playing already. I don't need you to be dropping it low and busting it wide open when I got my kids on here, or if I'm here for a serene type of vacation. I don't need you to be fighting and messing up the place or messing up the buffet when I'm here to have a nice time. And so this is why, in my opinion, this ties into what I feel about my Christianity, because I'm a representation of Black folk as well, the same way I'm a representation of Christians being a Christian. The backlash of them changing those policies and how a lot of Black people are feeling online is really how I feel when I'm messing up, when I feel like I'm not really following the ways of His image. I guess, in short, I really want to say that me as a Christian, sometimes I feel super ashamed and embarrassed of myself, because I feel like I'm representing all Christians when I do things that are simple. When I'm arguing with somebody, when I'm reading somebody down, when, if I put my hands on somebody, if I'm ignoring somebody on purpose, if I'm feeling like I'm just being disingenuous about my kindness towards somebody, I feel like I represent Christians the same way I would represent Black people when it comes to the Carnival Cruises, if you get what I'm saying. And so I just want everybody to know that you need to find the strength to allow yourself to be human, even as a Christian. Because being a Christian does not mean that you are perfect. It don't mean you ain't gonna want to read somebody down, child. It does not mean that you're never gonna be upset, that all the more so negative emotions that we deem as negative are never gonna occur within you. It just means that you have a better outlook on how to maneuver through those feelings. You should have a little bit of a better regulation of how to maneuver through those feelings. But when you do slip up, if you do slip up, please do not fall into the deep end. Do not feel ashamed. Don't fall into a dark place. Just learn from that lesson. And remember that if God can forgive you, that you should be able to forgive yourself. And from there, learn your lesson and try it again. Because that's really all that matters when it comes to your religion. that you keep trying because you believe. You believe in him. You believe in yourself. Don't let God be the only one that believes in you. And that's all I got for y'all today. Revolutionary blessings. Thank y'all so much for listening to the Unpolished and Pursuing podcast. I really appreciate y'all support. But if today's episode encouraged you, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, or just share it with a friend to help them find this space. You can connect with me on Instagram at The Unpolished Pursuit for behind the scenes, faith reflections, and upcoming topics. Remember, God uses the real you, not the perfected version. So keep showing up, keep seeking, and I'll meet y'all here next time.